Okay, very. I think only one problem only I've kept with regard to one question only I've kept with regard to writing an algorithm and all. Okay, you have done it last time, so there's no need to do it again this time. So it will be majority of it will be with regard to problems, writing or doing problems. Very good things. Okay, so and it will be 10 marks question. So neatly you can do and you easily you can get marks. Okay, yeah, fine. So today's class, I think probably we'll be looking into one more thing called. One second. Hope it comes. Yeah, fine. Now it's working. See, we are going to look into one more thing called Dijkstra's algorithm. Okay, some people call it Dijkstra's, some people call it Dijkstra's. Okay, you don't have to worry like how it is being called and all. You just have to worry like what is the meaning of that. The meaning of this is very simple. You need to figure out again here compared to the previous things. Here there is one small difference that are going to come. What is that small difference? How you are going to work through what? That only depends of the entire thing. Okay. So what is this Dijkstra's algorithm? Okay. And what you are basically trying to figure out using your Dijkstra's algorithm? Now that is something that is very important. Now what is this called? This is called as single source shortest path problem. Again, it all comes in your greedy technique only, nothing new. Okay, comes under your greedy technique only. And what is this in greedy technique? What is the thing they are talking about? They are talking about thing called, look into this very important technique called single source. Very important to know what is it. Okay, it's called single source, and then they're saying shortest path, single source and shortest path algorithm, or single source shortest path problem. Okay, what is the meaning of this? Okay, where do you think the application of these things comes into picture? Now think we are in SVCE. We are not in SVCE. Okay, we are in SVCE, and from SVCE I need to go to Hebbal. Okay, I need to go to Hebbal. Hebbal is basically right here, right? So how do I write? What is the simplest of route? We come like this, Vidyanagar cross, then we go straight to it. We reach our Hebbal. Now the question is this the only thing? Okay, is this the only route? Is there any other routes? Yes, there are many routes. Okay, you can go like this, go to that, I don't know what is the name of that place. You can go like this. Then again from here you can also go like this. One route always go like this, and also, so this is our source. This is very much our source, and this is our destination. From source to Hebbal, you can go in this way, or you can go like this, and then from here you can go like this. And there will be again some people who don't like these two routes also. They will be probably going like this. Okay, hopefully you're back. Okay, see what is it talking about? Okay, we are talking about going in different places. People can go like this also, and people can go like this also. Okay, and there will be even more some more people who will say, okay, let's not. We need to start from a source. We need to go to our destination. But one thing we always keep in mind. What is that one thing we always keep in mind? We need to make sure that the cost of going from source to destination is minimum. That's very important, right? The cost of going from source to destination is very much minimum, not maximum. So all these problems, whatever we saw till now, be careful. Okay, all the problems of whatever we saw till now. Let's look into what our problems. Okay, what was the problems we saw? The yesterday's Prim's algorithm, not yesterday's, 2 to 3 days before Prim's algorithm. Then we saw about Kruskal's algorithm. Okay, what was Kruskal's algorithm? All these things we looked into what is known as maximum cost. Okay, maximum weight we took into, or what is the maximum amount that was spent on it. This was all about maximization problem. But this one, which you are seeing now, which is with regard to this is more about minimization problem. Okay, this is a minimization problem. This you got to keep in mind. Okay, it's a minimization problem. And what's the other thing? It is also an optimization problem. What's the meaning of optimization? You need to figure out the best minimum possible. Just like how we used to figure out the best maximum. What was the thing we used to find out here? We used to find out maximum spanning tree. Okay, sorry, minimum spanning tree in that. Okay, which was the best thing that we used to find out. Okay, here we are also figuring out that which is the best minimum route that is possible. So it's an optimization technique. You know very clearly that optimization technique can easily be done under your greedy method. Okay, can easily be done on our greedy method. This is something that you got to know. Prims, Kruskal's, everything, but this is a little bit different compared to these two. How? First and foremost thing, here in Dijkstra's algorithm, you will be having what is known as a directed graph. In all previous instances, in Prims and Kruskal's, you never had a directed graph. You had a connected graph. There's a difference, okay? In Dijkstra's algorithm, you will be having a directed graph. Okay, so I'll give a difference of what will be the input of it. Okay, if you think of a graph like this, what was the graph? The graph was basically like looking like this. Okay, in Prims and Kruskal's, to solve Prims and Kruskal's, it always used to look like this. Now for Dijkstra's, it will not be looking like this. It will be probably looking like this. What is the difference? Difference is very simple. It will be what is known as a directed graph. If it is directed, is it connected? Of course, it is connected graph. Okay, and if there is directed, will you have some sort of a weights associated with it like this? Yes, it will be having a weights associated with it. So you can easily say it is even weighted graph. Okay, so all these things are true. You have a connected graph, directed graph, weighted graph. Everything is very much true for this. Okay, now what is the example? Okay, what is the example? What are the steps to be done in this? Very important to know, very important to do also. Okay, first and foremost, let's take one example. Okay, take one example and figure out how to sort of do this. Okay, so I'm just going to move the screen a little bit, make sure that people, okay. See, if you can't see, please zoom in through your own hands, okay, using your mobile or laptop. Because I want maximum screen space in here, so I'll take a lot of zoom out options, okay. Hope it's zooming out. So let's sort of look into this. Okay, what is the example I'm going to take, and then what is my you need to figure out. That's very important. Okay, so let's figure out. Okay, so again, I told you that it will be having what is known as a connected graph. There's no doubt in that. Okay, it will be having a connected graph. Another thing, other things. Then next thing is you are going to figure out what is the other aspect. Okay, you are going to figure out the entire thing, the graph, in a way that you know you're supposed to write. Okay, what is? See, I'll take a very simple example. Okay, so let's take one example. Say A, then B, then C, then D. Okay, you got A, B, C, D like this. I need to go from A to C. What is the way I can write? I'll give a graph like this. One is like this, and other one is like this. And there's one more way like this. And there is one more way like this. And there is one more way like this. What is my source? What is my destination? My source and destination. I'll tell very clearly what is source, what is destination. My source is A. My destination is C. Okay. I need to reach from A to C. Now, what is the other thing? Other thing is there's a cost associated with it. There is 5, there is 10, there's 15, there's again 5 here, there's again 10 here. Now I told you very clearly that you need to go with minimum cost. That's very important. See, you don't want to spend maximum amount of rupees or money from going from SVC to Abbott, right? You have to go in a minimum way possible. Now you think this is source, this will be my source, and this will be my destination. I need to go from source to destination in minimum cost. So if I go in this way, what is the cost it will get? I'll get 5 plus 10. Okay, A to C in this way is 15. Okay, what is the route here? A to D, then D to C. Okay, what's the other cost? There's only one way. What is that one way? A to C. I can go it in 15. Okay, then there is one more way. What is that one more way? Okay, what is that one more way, and what is the thing that you got to keep in mind here? The one more way is this one. Okay, so what I'll do it, I'll change this cost to say 5. So this is one more cost. And what is the cost that you have? 5 plus 5, 10. So this, what is the cost? It is only 10. What is the route? A to B and B to C. Look into this. Even though there is a direct edge from A to C, it's like an highway. Okay, it's like an highway, but it has tolls. It has tolls. So what is the thing that you got to keep in mind? You need to reach a destination with minimum cost possible. What is my minimum cost? Minimum cost among all these things is equal to 10. Not more than that. Okay, so 10 is my minimum cost. That you got to keep in mind. Okay, 10 is my minimum cost, and I can easily reach A to B, B to C using my route with the cost of 10. Okay, so this is my optimal cost. This is my optimal route. Even though there is a direct route, this is my optimal route. This is what you are going to figure out using your Dijkstra's algorithm. Okay, what will be the thing? What will be the output input? Input will be the graph. What will be the output? The single source single source shortest path problem. Okay, that's all is a problem that you're going to look for. Now we are going to take one example, not a simple example. Probably we are going to take a very big example only. We'll take a very big example and try to figure out what it is. Okay, again I'm telling you, it's with regard to greedy method. It comes under a topic called single source shortest path problem. And the other thing is, you need to make sure that you are going from source to destination with minimum cost. Okay, I'm telling all you of this because again, same things only, it will be there in your algorithm also. And what happens in exam? Majority of the times they don't ask you algorithm. So all those people are very good in writing algorithm and writing it. They don't ask you algorithm majority of the times. Maybe once or twice they ask. Okay, majority of the times what they ask problem. Okay, so let's look into one more problem. Okay, this is a very simplest of problem. No one gives you like this. Even in internals, even in exam, no one gives you like this. That's for your understanding purpose. So let's take one problem again. Okay, I'm going to draw problem. So let's have at least 6 things. Okay, so I'll write it. So you got A, then again for B, then C, then D. You can write capital, small, anything. Okay, no, don't say about all those things. Most important part is what is after D, E. Okay, then again F. So I'll just try to connect it. Okay, there's no need. Okay, see, we can do the problem however we want, but most important part is I want you people to even create your own problems. That's very important. You should be good enough to create your problems. So this is not the only thing I want. Okay, if I write up, people will think this is more of a Prim's or a Kruskal's algorithm. Okay, how will people think this is Dijkstra's algorithm? When there is directions, right? So I'll write the directions like this. 1, then there is a direction like this, then there is one more direction basically towards this. Okay, this is also going like F to E and A to F. See, it's a connected graph. Yes, it's a directed graph. Yes, then it should be a weighted graph. So that for that, what should I do? I should do what is known as figuring out my weights. So I'll write my weights: 2, 7, 1, 5, 2. See, I didn't put a direction for this, so I'll put a direction like this. Okay, then I'll put a direction towards this side. It's opposite in nature. 1. Then you have something called as a 4. Then 3. Is everything written? Yes, fully written. With all directions, everything is written. Yes. Now, what is my job? What is the way of doing this? That becomes very important. Okay, the way of doing this is to figure out how we can easily go from one source to the other sources or other destinations. Okay, what is the thing that I'm going to do? First thing is I need to choose the source. So that is my first thing. Okay, please zoom in if you can't see. Okay, choose the source. They themselves may give. Okay, there are two ways. They themselves may give, or you are only can choose whatever you want. If they themselves will give, very good. You don't have to worry. Okay, there's no headache of which one to choose under. If they don't give, then you choose, which you are doing now. Okay, you're going to choose which one is a source, and then from there you need to figure out the minimum cost. All minimum costs which are directly connected. That's very important. Okay, which are all directly connected. You are going to figure out their minimum cost. Okay, so what I'll do is, obviously we know very clearly that we always go with A. Okay, why A? Because that's why alphabetical order, right? So we'll take A. And one more reason is, if I take A, it will be taking more steps, which will be making you to understand even better. Okay, so I'll take A as a source. So what I'll do? I'll take my source to be A. Then what is the second step? This says from A, you need to figure out the minimum cost that are directly directed. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll try to sort of write it here itself. Okay, see, in exam you can't write like that. Okay, for explanation purpose I'm doing that. Otherwise I have to write an entire thing which will take more than hour. Anyway, that will be there in the notes that will be sent. Okay, so what is more important part is I'm trying to explain it in a very simplest way. Just by looking at the graph, you should be able to do it. That's very important. Okay, so from A, what are the two edges that are direct? I'm talking about directly connected. Don't think C is connected. That is where people will go wrong. Don't say C is connected to A. It is connected only. Is it directly connected? That's very important. Okay, is it directly connected? No. So what I do from A to B, from A to F, I need to figure out. Right? So from A to B, it is directly connected. And what is the cost associated with it? I'll write it is as 2. Be careful, I'm writing the same thing right here. Okay, I'm not doing anything extra, I'm just writing it here itself. Okay, so you can see very clearly. I hope it's visible now. Yeah, so I'm going to try to write it there itself. From A to F, what is the cost? It is 4. From A to C, what is the cost? You tell me what is the cost of it. Some people will be saying 9. But we don't know whether that will be the smallest root, right? We don't know what is the smallest root. So what we say, anything that is not directly connected. Okay, anything that is not directly connected. Why I'm writing all these steps? The same steps will come in algorithm. Okay, anything that is not directly connected. Okay, where is not? Okay, not directly connected. What you are going to write? You are going to write it as infinity. See the symbol of infinity? Probably you must be knowing by now. Okay, so anything that is not directly connected, we are going to write it as infinity. Okay, this is something that you got to keep in mind. Okay, you got A to B, you got A to F, everything, and anything that is not directly connected, we are going to write it as infinity. Okay, so from A to B, it is fully connected. It's not a problem. Okay, it is fully connected and there is no problem with regard to it. But the other ones, okay, the other ones you can see very clearly from A to B, there is 2. I've written very properly. Can I write it, encircle it? Yes, so that it becomes easy for you to understand. Okay, from A to C, it is not directly connected, so I'll write it as infinity. From A to E, it is not directly connected, I'll write it as infinity. Why I'm taking this? Because this is my source. Okay, that is my source. I'm going to take from there. Okay, then from A to D, of course, when these things are only not directly connected, this will also be infinity. Okay, now from A, among all these things, which is having minimum cost? Choose the having minimum cost. That's very important, right? Choose having the one which is having minimum cost. And make sure that that vertex, okay, is fully visited. Among all these things, which is having the minimum cost? The one that is having the minimum cost, you can see very clearly, okay? You got, what are the values that you have? You have the values of 2, 4, infinity, 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 which is having minimum cost. Obviously, the minimum cost is 2. Okay, so what we can do now is, I can easily make sure that I will be going and visiting that node. So what I'll do, I'll go from A to where I'll go? I'll go to B. Because that's very easy for me to reach. Okay, I go to B. See this? Why I'm doing there itself? Because so that you will get to know what I'm trying to figure out here. Okay, now it's all done. Now from B you have to do the same thing. Okay, from B you have to do the same thing again. From B, what and all are the directly connected ones? The ones that are directly connected, be careful with this. Okay, the ones that are directly connected are, one is C and one is F. So from B to F, what is the cost that you will be having? Be careful, it will not be, don't write 1. You write 1, you are dead. Okay, from B to F. See this, from B to F, what is the one that is there? You know, what is the cost that is associated? It is not 1, it is 2 plus 1. So the cost you get here is 3. Okay, from B to C, is it directly connected? Yes. So what is the cost that is associated with it? It is not infinity. Shall I, sort of take this out? I'll take this out. Okay. Otherwise, it will become very messy. Okay. Now, it is not infinity now. Be careful. It is not infinity. It is 2 plus 7. It is basically 9. Okay. It's basically 9. Now, again, you check. Okay. Again, you check. What are the other ones? D, infinity only. E, infinity only. A, already you came from A. Why you are want to talk about that? Okay, so there's no need. So what is the next thing for me? Next thing is, from all these things, which one is the minimum? So you can check what are the other ones that you have. You got 3, 9. There is 9. Yeah, 9. Then you got infinity, infinity. Right? You got infinity, infinity and all. So among all these things, which one is minimum? Minimum is obviously 3. Right? It's obviously 3. So you are going to go from B, you are going to go for what? You are going to go for F. See this? I am going to go for F. Okay, now I have reached F. Okay, now I have reached F. From F, I need to figure out what are the directly connected. There's only one thing. What is that only one thing that is directly connected? You can see that is E. Okay, E is only directly connected. And what is the cost of going to E? You can see very clearly. See, already it was, what was the value here for going from to reaching F? It was 3. 2 plus 1, 3. Then from 3 to 3, now it will become 6. So it will not be infinity now, it will be 6. Correct? Okay, now what I'll do? I'll take out this. Okay, I'll take out this. Among all the other ones, you can see at the nodes I would have written their cost. Be careful. I would have written their cost at their nodes. Okay, E is 6, C is 9, D is infinity. Which one is minimum? 6 is minimum. So what I'll do? I'll go from F to E. Okay, I'll go from F to E. Now from E, okay, be careful. From E, what and all nodes are directly connected? Okay, you can see very clearly that there are two ones which are very clearly connected. What are those two ones? One is C, other one is D. Okay, so from E, 6 plus 2, what will this become? The cost of going to C will become 8. From here, E to D, the cost of it going from here to here, it will become 6 plus 5, it will become 11. So there is no infinity now. Everything is fully connected. Okay. Fully you can write that, these two are the ones that you have. Okay. Now you just check from E. If I go to C, the cost is 8. If I go to D, the cost is 11. Which one I'll choose? Obviously, I'll choose C. Okay. Obviously, I'll be choosing C only. Okay. So what I'll do? I'll be choosing C. And what is the cost? The cost of it of going from here to here. Okay. 6 plus 2, it will become 8. Good. Yes. Then from 8, what is the only thing that is connected here? Just 11. So 8 plus 1, 9. So now it will not be 11, it will be 9. Did you reach D? Yes. Okay. Did I reach D without any problem? Yes. What is the cost I took? That's very important. Our all job is to make sure that we know our cost. Did I reach my D? Yes. Very clearly I reached my D. Okay. Can I recreate this again? Can I write this graph again? Yes. I can easily write this graph. Not the entire graph. Do I write the entire graph? Then I should be stupid. Okay. I will not be writing the entire graph. I'll be writing only those things which is the path which I sort of traversed. This is my path. See, then I went to F, right? Then I went to E like this. Then from there to I went to C. Okay. One second, just take this and write it towards here. Yeah. Next, from C, I went to D. And what was the cost that I spent? Okay. What was the cost that I spent to, you can make out like this also, or at the last place, whatever you got here. The last place, this will be my destination. That's my last place, right? This will be my destination. Whatever the cost I spend there, that will be my weight. That will be my cost. Okay, or else you can cross check also. A to B, you add 2. Okay, B to 1, you add 1. F to E, you add 3. Okay, then E to C, okay, E to C, you add 2. And from C to D, you add 1. 2, 3, 6, 8, 9. Same thing is what you see here at the destination. So the cost what you spent is 9. Did you reach all the nodes? Yes. Did you reach from source to destination? Yes. Did you spend the minimum amount of units? It can be money, it can be any units, right? So I'll say units, not money and all. Did you spend minimum amount? Yes. This is all about Dijkstra's algorithm. One thing I'm really worried here is people will get confused with regard to Prim's, Kruskal, Dijkstra's, everything. So what is my suggestion is, please don't read them together. If you read them together, okay, or once at a time, you'll go mad. You will mix up all strategies and you will really go mad. Prims and Kruskals, you are trying to figure out minimum spanning tree. Here, you are finding out the minimum cost, or in other way, you can say shortest distance. Is it shortest distance? Yes. And it's not just that. Shortest cost, sorry, not shortest cost, minimum cost. Okay, minimum cost or minimum weight, however they call it. Shortest distance, minimum weight. What was that thing I tell? Single shows shortest path problem. This is very important for you to know. Okay, simplest of things. What happens in exam? Okay, what happens in exam? There are 2 ways the problem can be asked. Not 2 ways. There are many ways that can be asked. Okay, but predominantly there were 2 ways that can be asked when I'm only talking about graph here. They can give you a graph. So what will be my question? My question will be with regard to graph. Always. They themselves can say, apply, be careful, look into the words, okay? Apply Dijkstra's algorithm. Okay, they can say like that. Or they themselves can say, apply Dijkstra's algorithm with source as so and so. What is that so and so? It can be A, B, C. They themselves can give what is the source. So you have to start from there. What about here? You can start whatever you want. It's my wish. I'll start wherever you want. Generally start towards the left hand side of it. Okay. Always start from the left hand side, extreme node or vertex, whatever will be there. There you start. It will be nice. Okay, this is with regard to Diject.